All right, so we're doing a different kind of video today. First of all, welcome back, gamers. It's Monkey Bear here. We are set 14.1, and we are doing Emerald ranked, actually. So Radiant Blessing. So I don't normally do these videos, and I've been trying to make. I've tried this actually a couple times. So Nova, I hope you appreciate it. But I keep playing, making these videos. I'm either too focused on my gameplay or not enough on the explanation. But Nova dropped me a comment in a video on one of my videos, and you guys can always feel free. I always respond to your comments. But Nova asked me something which I definitely thought would be easier to try to showcase in a video. So Nova said, any chance you can make a vid or give tips on how to handle a loss spiral? I'm hard stuck gold 1, and what ends up happening is I usually kind of stomp through the early game, but towards the end of mid game I start losing and cannot figure out how to stabilize. I've had a ton of games where one loss leads to an entire loss streak from 80 health to 0. Okay, first of all, Nova, you are not alone. We've all had those games. All of us have had those games. Sometimes you just get bad cards. The other thing I don't like about this comment, and I'm not criticizing you, but you're saying you're hard stuck gold 1. I don't believe in that. So when I first started playing TFT sets ago, I was quote unquote hard stuck. I even kind of thought like that. I'm like, oh, I can't get past silver. And then I couldn't get past gold. And then, like, you know, a couple sets later, I couldn't get past, you know, plat. And I was saying, like, oh, I can't get past diamond. Like, it continuously goes, right? You're never hard stuck. You're skill capped. So you watch people like Mortdog, and even Mortdog said this in one of his videos. And for you, those of you that don't know who Mortdog is, he has YouTube videos out where he takes from his streams. But he is TFT. He's not like TFT, like super player. He's like, he makes TFT. That's his job. He works for Riot. He streams him playing TFT games for fun, and he's also like the top dog when it comes to what's being done for the sets. So he explains in one of his videos, like, a lot of people, they don't understand the micro plays in the game, right? Like certain things like when to sell, when to pivot, certain items, certain positioning, things like that, right? I'm not going to play this because this wouldn't really, I'd normally play this, but this doesn't showcase what I'm trying to show you this game. Salvage bin, not a big fan. Reroll that. The old Razzle-Dazzle, stay away from that. Big gains. I'll play that. Okay, so we're going to clear our board because that was from last game. So yeah, like he was saying, a lot of people don't understand like certain parts of the game, and then they hit like a wall, right? You're not at a disadvantage. I have a little bit of everything, sorry. That's why I figured this out. So you're not at a disadvantage like by saying like, oh, you know, like I can't get past gold. You just haven't hit that like next point of like where you're learning and gathering more information. Like, so you're reaching out to me and saying like, hey, do you have any pointers? Watching more people on YouTube, like that kind of stuff. You'll eventually learn things that you're going to pull into your game, and this applies to everyone, not just Nova. And I'm not calling you a Nova. I just, your comments are, everyone can see it, so I figured I'd make a video on it. But it's like, if you learn from people that are higher up in the game than you and apply some of the things they tell you to your games, it'll become second nature in a little while, and you'll become a better player because of it. So I don't know, a lot of like streamers don't do this, or people that make content. Like, I'm in a ranked game doing this. They'd normally go to like a normal game, they'd write a script, they'd have everything laid out in front. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm not an editor. I just play the game, have fun, and try to make good content, right? So sometimes I won't articulate things properly if I'm trying to explain something, but trust me, the message is there. Hold on, we need to do this. Sell you, sell you, sell you. Still don't know what we're playing. We are going to actually, you know what, let's just keep it like that. Yeah, let's just keep that. Just trying to look at what we want to do with this here. So yeah, anyways, so it's just like working at a job, right? Like, you work at one job for 5 years, you know everything, you're super good at your job. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know, you can just do it like off the back of your hand, right? Like, it's so easy. Like, you can do it in your sleep. And then all of a sudden you decide to switch things up, you go to a different job, and you know nothing. You're like, man, I'm not good. Like, I can't do this job like that. It's just because it's not second nature to you yet. Same thing with TFT. You're gonna like learn some of these things. You're gonna try to apply them to your game. It's gonna feel very awkward. When you watch people that are at higher skills and like the things they do, it's gonna feel really weird and awkward. You're gonna bring it to your games. You might lose smell P trying to implement it. But eventually it's gonna get to a point where it feels like second nature. You're doing these like little like transitional plays that get you to that next level where you're like, oh, I just easily moved up into platinum. And like, honestly, it's very simple. It's just like that. Yeah, we gotta put somebody out here. Double up on the Guardian. So what I'm doing right now is I'm not 100% sure on my team comp, and I normally don't figure it out until the end of the second round anyway. I let other people decide what they want to do, and then I pivot around that. But I'm going to try to get to that like strong team comp like you said. If I'm looking at your comment, it was probably econ related, or just not like pivoting and like upgrading your units when you should be. That's okay. We'll address that if we can. So yeah, honestly guys, same thing with me. If I'm stuck at something, I'm like, man, I'm having a hard time beating this team comp. You know, this is the meta. How do I beat it? I'll like go watch somebody that's done it before, and they're like, hey, try this, build that, do things like this. It's like, oh, okay. And I'll try to implement it in my games where it's applicable, right? A lot of people, and Mortdog also said this, I believe this strongly. We need this freaking. There we go. We're going emo Guardian. So a lot of people in Platinum, Emerald, and Diamond are really bad for this. I'm assuming some people in lower elos as well, or lower tiers do it as well. Is they find team comps on like places like Mobalytics, wherever the preferred site is, and they grab that team comp and like, this is meta, this is what pros are playing, and it's like, oh, this is S tier, and they spam it into every single game, and they're wrecking it, right? Like they're killing people, blah blah, and eventually they get to a place where that team comp's not good anymore, and other people are beating it, and they say, oh, I'm hard stuck. You know, I played this all of Platinum, and now I'm in Emerald, and I'm hard stuck, so I can't play these 3 meta team comps anymore and win. Well, guess what? You don't know the little things about the game. Like, you're not playing like the little minor details of the game to help you get past that. You're just seeing what's online, replicating it, and bringing it to your build. And I only say this, I'm not trying to be an a-hole when I say this, but I've seen this like tenfold in my Platinum games. I'd say half the players in there were actually playing like very well, and like, you know, like positioning and like moving their units around and selling things to make like counter type characters. And other people were like copying and pasting builds from online and trying to make it work. But towards the end of Plat, some of those copy paste builds that were like quote unquote like meta at the time were losing because the players didn't have the execution. They weren't picking good augments for that team comp. They were rolling when they shouldn't be rolling. You know, it's sad to see, but it does happen. And that's straight from Mortdog's mouth. That's on me. I'm not just out here being an a-hole. So we're going to grab that for Steadfast, and we're going to try to hit mana, which we didn't get. So we're going to grab this for Jewel Gauntlet. Okay, so now we want to start finding our team comp. We need to find a headliner. What is everyone building before I run into this? So this guy's going to be going country something, Hardsteel, Edgelord, he's for sure situated in that. Dazzler True Damage, Dazzler Guardian Sentinels. So we got a couple... I'm seeing a couple Dazzlers going, which means they might start playing some disco builds into that if they have to pivot. And Punk Rapid Fire. So I'm going to want to find something like a burn item. So I'm going to want like a red buff myself personally. Or a Sunfire Cape. Sunfire Cape in the front line, red buff in the back line. To help some of this anti-heal from these people that might be playing some discos. And also healing type comps. I don't mind taking an L here. We're about to hit Krugs. We're going to level up and then we're going to figure it out. We're going to actually sell you, and you really quick. Get my interest. That's another thing too, guys. Always try to hit those interest thresholds if you can. I wasn't too concerned with 2-star Nanny yet. I wasn't playing Lux, and I didn't care about the freaking other Guardian I had down there, Cannon. So I'll sell them, get my 30 gold, right? Now we're going to level up, go to random unit. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So right now we're looking for a tier because I'm playing emo, and then I'll mix up whatever else I want with the team comp after that. The reason why I'm still playing him is because he's a Guardian, but if I find a better Guardian, even if it's like a 1-star, if I like randomly came across a Thresh, I'd sell that Taric immediately. So we're gonna grab you. No. Okay, so we're not playing any of this. Looking in here, we can grab you. Grab Diver, no. Okay, we're gonna chill out here. Can't really play anything, so let's put you up. Didn't get any mana there? Are you kidding me? Alright, so this is good. We should hopefully get a mana on this carousel. See, I'm doing the kind of opposite of you. You start off strong and then you end off weak. I'm going to start off weak and try to end off strong. I'm going to play for the econ, right? I don't care about win or loss streaks. They changed it so you don't get as much reward from winning and losing with the streaks. I'm just trying to get my 50 gold in quick so I have more wiggle room late game. And that's one thing that I think by reading your video, your comment, that maybe you don't do, is you might try to like push a really strong board early and then struggle with making the changes you need to late game. That's just a guess. I don't know for sure. If you want, Nova, shoot me a message. I'll gladly play a game with you, or go and jump on Discord and watch you play a game and just give you some certain pointers. I did that with another subscriber, and I was giving him some pointers, and he said it kind of messed up the way he was playing initially, but once he started like using those tips, he said it made sense, you know? Final Reserves, super good. Not going to play that though. Deal damage, that's pretty good too. Determined Investors, that's solid. I want that red buff I was talking about without sacrificing too much for it. So we're going to grab that. I'm going to try to mix a Karthus into this build. So right off the bat, we know that Amuma's going to be my tank. We can kind of give him the items we need to now. If I didn't have a Mumu yet, I'd start putting these items on Taric, knowing that eventually I'm going to sell my Guardian to have a better one out front. So we're going to do that. I mean, yeah. Give you one of these. So many items. So that's why I'm going to get a red buff. This guy's going disco. Exactly why I said I wanted to build a red buff. We're going to put on Karthus. But Karthus, the good thing with Karthus is he used to hit 5 enemies, he's going to hit 4 now. And what he's going to do is he's going to drop his ult on 4 people and apply a debuff. We just got to get him to a point where he can cast quicker. So in this team comp, I'm going to want to tie in a Lulu and a Karthus. And maybe Karthus is going to complement X. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. So right now, I'm at a point where I passed my second augment. I'm safe to roll down. If you're rolling down, as long as you're above like 30 gold, you're still okay. You don't have to be at 50 gold all game, right? Unnecessary. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep our 40 gold, though. We don't need to put anything else out here. We could make Aeonic Spark on him as well. Not meta, but I like playing it because we're playing casters in the backline. Positioning matters as well. So I'm going to want my casters, my carry casters, to be kind of behind the player with the Ionic Spark. Because what happens is they're going to be focusing the same target that he's on. He's applying an MR debuff because of his Ionic Spark. But he's doing damage and he's also shredding them, which reduces their magic resistance. So that's like a little trade. So say like you had like an Ari and you had her stacked. I'll show you an example on my board here right now. We're going to have to make a power play here though because we're falling apart. So actually, we'll just do it with that. We're not going to say, alright, that might confuse you guys. What can we play here? Sentinel. We need that tier. Hear me. Karthus just became an emo. Let's go, Karthus. Let's go. Ooh, ooh. Let's go, Karthus. Okay. So we gotta ditch this guy. This Taric's getting old. This Kasante's getting old. We're gonna get emo out here. We need a headliner like yesterday. Playing with no headliners is kind of troll. You can always sell your low headliners and get a better one later. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell you. We're going to make you emo. Correct? Okay, so like I said, if Annie was my carry, let's try to get a headliner first. I'm going to actually roll for this. Constantly upgrade my units, guys. So like that, K'Sante added 0 value to my team. So I'm going to play something that adds value. Rolling down a little too much. We'll sell you because we're not keeping you. So yeah, say this Annie was like fully low. We'll wait till I have this around. We really won't need to hit an emo though. What's our fleet anvil? So yeah, that's right. That's right, I remember now. Karthus is busted right now. So busted. Well, I should wait here and I'll explain that point when we don't have a PvP combat going on. Still trying to hit a headliner here. What's our chance of hitting a 3 cost? Low. So I'm actually gonna wait till after this round, then push it. I don't see one here. Don't see it? Then we're waiting. So say like this is your tank, right? And he had Ionic Spark. You would want Annie to be like somewhere behind him so she's hitting the same target. Her being over here, she's gonna attack whoever's on this side. And your debuff is over here. So you want Annie to be hitting the same target and Vex ideally as well. So I can do this. They're probably both going to be attacking whoever he's attacking now. If I had Vex over here shooting, she's going to be attacking whoever's on this side of the map. And if he's the one applying the debuff and stunning people, it makes the most sense your casters are behind that buff. Like little plays like that go a long way, guys. I'm trying to climb myself back up, Nova. I'm trying to get myself to the mid game where you said you normally start to struggle. We're a little low still. It's alright, we'll get there. So we can keep Echo if we want, but we'd have to play another Sentinel, but we can hit Spellweavers with that. Probably don't want to play that though. I definitely don't want to play Seraphine. Definitely not playing Mosher. So after this, we're going to force level. We're going to kind of hurt our econ a little bit. Not that I haven't been already. Big hyper rolling for something that's not going to happen. Killing me here. Killing me here. Do I just keep this Echo? Nah. I mean, I could. We need a better Guardian. This Tarek's hurting. There we go. We haven't made Night Remover, so I don't need to sell them. That's good. What we're going to do here is we're going to roll. I'm trying to find a Spellweaver Disco Bruiser. We don't have that. Bruiser doesn't play into my team. I'm trying to find something to complement me. Disco Guardians. Spellweaver Hyperpop. Alright, that's going to complement me. He should still be attacking his target. Actually, I kind of want Karthus over here. I kind of want Karthus. Move Annie. I want Karthus benefiting from the hyper pop. So yeah, guys, a lot of this gameplay is just like micro play. Like little micro plays you gotta do, like when to rotate units out. Always try to get stronger units to still complement your board. You don't have to just copy and paste stuff from online. This is a really strong build. I didn't expect to beat this one with our team strength right now. That's fine. I just sold that one unit so we could get our interest back. Healing orbs, little buddies. We don't know what we're doing with this. 100 health, 10% attack speed. That's kind of nice for us. That's kind of alright. Healing orbs, not bad. This kind of forced us to do one thing. I'm going to do this because we're playing emotes and I want to benefit from this. So normally if you see something, so what can we do here to show this? Nothing really. Grab you. Alright, Spellweaver. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. So we have a strong unit like Vex, right? No, we need to keep her up for Executioner. No, can't do that either. Whoopsie doodles. Okay. My point I was trying to make, and I've seen other people do this, I can't do it yet. We're gonna keep Ari though. Is people play, I'm playing 5 emos right now, right? And I don't get anything from 5 emos. They get a little bit of a quicker cast speed, but it's not like really necessary. So say like you were playing like Sentinels and you had 5 Sentinels. Like that one extra Sentinel is doing nothing for you. You can pull that unit off your board and play a stronger unit in the interim until you get your 6th Sentinel and you can play all 6 of them, right? I had a friend who was doing that the other day, another subscriber, and he was playing 3 Sentinels and some backline, and he had like an item on his board for like econ. I think it was like that staff or whatever that gives you money. And I was like, why aren't you playing that? He's like, well, I don't have anyone to put it on. I got all tanks up front and stuff. I was like, well, take one of your Sentinels out because you got 3 of them, and then put out a caster or somebody just temporarily they can use that item. He's like, oh, that makes sense, right? So they're right there. Like, I'd rather have her cloning him way more than I'd rather have a Tarek up front. So plays like that, I'm constantly upgrading my team. I don't know if I'm going to keep her yet, but it's pretty nice while it is. So we're going to do like this. Yeah, spread them out a little bit. EM Dazzler. So we're trying to make this team comp come together. This is why I had the red buff right here. So look, we're hitting 5 units, we're applying them all at the burn so that disco ball is going to be less effective. Now we just got to stay alive and execute it. As long as Karthus doesn't die and he keeps applying that debuff, we might win this. Yeah, so red buff is stopping that disco's ball from its fullest potential. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I want to get a BF sword here for my Karthus. You can probably hit that Echo. Someone might steal that though, or that Lucian. Someone might steal this. Oh, I think we're golden. Heyo. And I want to level here too. So hopefully I'm like applying some things here that you can use, Nova. Another thing too, and like I've seen this, is like I didn't need to put any of these items out yet. I see some people that sit with all these items on their bench because they're trying to find like the best items, like Mobalytics or whatever site they use tells them to build. And the thing is, you can have so much early game and mid game strength by playing items. So say I didn't have a Mumu yet, but I knew that I was going to be playing a Mumu. Like I was waiting for him. And I had a Tart there. I'd still be putting items on that Tart that I eventually want to be putting on a Mumu because it helps me stay in the game longer. Items on your bench are doing nothing for you. You might hit everything you want late game, but mid game, it's just a waste. So let's play you. We're gonna roll for you. You're about to go crazy. Okay. So we had 5 Emo, 3 Spellweaver, 2 Executioner, 2 Guardian, 1 Hyper Pop. My next play is to get a Poppy. Or I could put in a KDA for one of my Emos right now. So I could put in a Seraphine. Maybe I'll do that. Wow. That guy did not expect that. Okay, so here's what I was saying. Oh, man. Okay. Sell you. Upgrade our tank again. He's got a 3-person CC and he does like a little spell vamp. We're gonna sell you. We have a Seraphine. Here's how I was talking about how I'm playing 5 Emos. So I can trade out on my weakest Emo. Still run my 4 Emos, still getting the buff, but now I'm getting KDA hexes as well. Why did I lose the KDA? Oh, because I got rid of freaking my tank. Okay. Bad example. But that's what I would have done if I was still playing Nico. So I can put that Annie back out. Now this Karthus is doing work. Come on, Vex, get that stun out. Get your CC out. Come on, CC. Yeah, nope. Ah, that was funny. I tried to cheese it out. Unnecessary item spamming there. Don't do that. I was just doing that for the lulz. So if we put you back out, this is where I'd activate this, right? So I'm going to keep Thresh as my better tank. We're going to put this here so we can get the additional oomph. Right? Tuck you in the corner still. Put you in the middle. You here. So yes, I could be playing Annie right now, but I'd be using a unnecessary Emo right now. And although she would get the benefit of being Emo, I get way more benefit from playing Team Strength. So I'm putting something out right now, even though I plan on playing Thresh and I plan on playing her eventually. I get more of a benefit from actually having KDA hexes out than I would from not having them out. So with that in mind, we are going to kind of want to give you another tank item, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen, does it? So we're going to give you crit. Do like this. So he's in a really good spot right there where he's like directly central. So he'll be applying this debuff to everybody. And these 3 are going to follow up. That's actually a really good spot for him to be sitting as a tank. We're 2 grouped up though, so this TF's probably going to shred us. Not ideal. There we go. We need this Karthus to hit up another unit. We're in the 5th stage. I'm behind, so I'm going to level up. And then I'm going to put my Annie back out. And play her until we get our Poppy. So we're going to do this. Annie can join the roster. Everyone's on that side. That side and that side. Yeah. Good there. Okay, so we got you. So we can put, who do we get rid of? We get one of our spellers. It's probably gonna have to be you, obviously. And that's our 6th emo. We can put you out now because you're the better tank. So we just lost our KDA. That's fine. It did what it needed to for those 2 rounds. Now I'm gonna spread these units back out again so they don't get absolutely nuked. Yeah, that was my example, guys. How you can like roll something like KDA in mid game. Like, yeah, I could have done that a lot sooner. I'm trying to play the game, focus on the game at the same time, talk to an audience is really difficult. Struggling. So this whole game, I knew I was going to play emo. I didn't think I was going to go the executioner way, but I came across that Karthus. I thought, hey, that'd be really good. I honestly did not think I was going to be doing this. We're going to keep you on this side. I'm going to put you like this and this. We would probably fight next. We just fought you. So this is where you want to start looking at position, right? I'd probably do it like... No, we're going to keep it like that. We're going to be fighting this side of the board next for sure. Possibly here. We're going to put you there. We're going to start rolling. Get some more strength out. So Gantry. Not too committed. See, I knew where I was going to be fighting this guy next, so I positioned for that. I probably could have put my Amumu on this side just to kill it quicker, but... Sorry, I know I'm not doing the best job here, Nova. I'm hoping you're taking something away from this. Like I said, I definitely play a game with you and show you a few tips. But this is like plat gameplay, so I can't just like not pay attention to the game because I'm still like playing for LP. Okay, so with our backline, we got pretty set up. We could use a little bit more on the front or on that. We definitely do that at Cali. Cali's gone. That's no longer an option. This could be our better tank, potentially. Tank fighter. He's going to complement Mosher. As much as I love having Resh up there, I'm still going to get a Guardian that complements Mumu, and I'm going to get a unit that complements my Mosher as well. So that's the kind of stuff to look out for. Yes, this would be a great tank. But I help out my team more with this. Now Poppy's doing more damage. My tank is on his own up front. That's okay. Sell that, get some gold in our pocket. So I know when you're like just watching a video, like it's a lot to take in. And you're like, oh, he's doing all this stuff. I'm continuously like rotating units out of my board. I never came in with the idea. I knew I was coming in saying I'm going to be playing 6 emos. But I never came with the idea I'm going to be pulling this unit, putting this unit in. I just always do that because I'm trying to play the strongest board possible. So when you're playing a really weak early game comp or you can't stabilize late game Nova, I'm assuming 1, your econ was really bad and you couldn't get to a point where you had money to play around with. Or 2, you're playing really weak late game champions and they don't synergize very well. So like right there, like Thresh would be the better play because he's a very strong Guardian. But his country doesn't play with my team comp. Now, he's not necessarily frontline, but I also get the Guardian bonus and I get the Mosher, right? I wouldn't like, not just because he's like a 5 cost and everyone's like, oh, it's a 5 cost champion, he's way better. If this was a 3 cost unit and that was a 4 cost Thresh, I would still play this unit over that 4 cost Thresh because he is a better addition to my team. He's complementing my team more than a single tank up front would. And that's the kind of stuff I'm telling you, you should try to look out for. If this helps at all. Like I said, definitely message me again. I'm willing to sit down and explain a few more things if you'd like. Sell you. We need to get this Karthus start up like yesterday. Give Poppy that as well because she seems to be standing up a little bit longer. Alright. Not the best items. Our backline got taken care of, so that's good. We like the items we have back here. We did well with that. Tank items are a little soft, but meh. It is what it is. Yeah, but back to the train of thought here, since I got a little bit of HP here. We can talk about it. So things I want you guys to look out for if you want to take, like, oh, honestly, like, you can just totally ignore everything I'm saying. This is just suggestions for Nova. If you're just a normal viewer and you're like, I don't like what this guy's saying, I'm not going to say that. Do you. You do you. But for the viewers that are actually trying to look at this, of like, this is plat gameplay too, so it's a little bit more of a finicky. Like, you have to do things like a little bit more tighter than you can in gold. You get a little bit more like leniency in gold to like play around and mess around with like different items. But the things you want to look out for: keep your econ very stable until late game. You can be running down here. I've seen people running with like 10 to 15 LP, a bunch of gold, and they just like YOLO it at the end and hit everything they need to, and then they run to first place. Like, that's very, very common. Kind of want to get another unit out with this. You're about to be 3-starred. You're on your way to. I really want to hit this Karthus. Poppy's good. We'll sell you. Yeah, so get your gold right. That's priority. Positioning, which I'm not doing so much of on this game, but I feel like my units are kind of in decent spots right now. Positioning is huge. Know when to pivot. Don't play what everyone else is playing unless you have the upper hand. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bad time. So pivoting is really good, and constantly be upgrading and pulling out your units. Just because Mobalytics and whatever other pro guides say to play this, I can guarantee if you watch other streamers' videos, they're constantly plugging and playing units. They'll have a couple units out at the beginning of the game, and then they'll pull a unit out and they'll put a higher cost unit in that's even stronger. Like, they'll pull like a 2-star Taric, remove him and put a 3-star Guardian as well, but it's just a better unit, right? And there's a lot of things like that you'll see people doing. It's just like making them a stronger board for late game. There, we finally have you. We need to sell to get you. Yes, Vex is out. Vex, you just got the boot. That's okay. This is my team comp. All said and done. I have no 3-star units. This guy's got 3-star units. Everyone's got 3-star units. But I was playing for a stronger board. You know what I should have grabbed? I should have grabbed that Hodge and put on Poppy. What I should have done. Actually, the blue buff is really not necessary. Poppy would be the better champion to have a carry item on, but that's okay. You learn from every game you play, right? You look back, you say, I could have done that differently. I think I was like near the bottom at the beginning of this game, wasn't I? Sorry, no, I didn't do exactly what you said, where you start off strong and you taper off, but and yeah, like, honestly, guys, like, I had a video where I played a B tier comp and I still made it work, like a Mobalytics B tier. If you're hitting units, like, don't fight your board. Like, pick up what you want and then just choose your upgrades. Like, you obviously want to play the higher cost champions because they're going to be more powerful in the long run, but only if they synergize with your team. The reason why Jazz works so well is because you hit a lot of low cost champions that are easy to hit, and they synergize extremely well to the point where Jazz gets a huge benefit from it. So that's why, like, low cost teams like that can kind of work, but for most builds, you always want to be plugging out weaker units for stronger units. Like, even right now, this guy's got Blitzcrank, he's got we'll look at his build right now. Like, who was that? Yeah, he's got like he's playing this unit, Bruiser and Sentinel. What do we need here? I should get this for Poppy. So yeah, we go back to this person's board. This player example, right? He's running Set. Set's got a Bruiser, but he's not using the Mosher. This guy could have been playing like who's a low cost Bruiser? This guy could have been playing like Olaf or Yorick, right? Or Tom Kench, but it makes zero sense. So he played the highest version of that champion that he can get that complements his team, right? You know what I mean, guys? Am I making any sense here? I'm trying to get like a lot of points across in such a short time on such a short video, so it's not 100% working. Should have moved Vex out of the way. I should have moved, yeah. I knew I should have watched where he was positioned. Like, this is where positioning matters. He baited out my Poppy. It's okay. Poppy's still gonna just hammer Justice's team comp. Poppy's busted. Enough said. Okay, none of this works in with my team. We'll sell you. I don't know where you're on my board. Man, they're really trying to push us to Cali, eh? That would have been nice. And looking at your position, you have no tentacles. What we're going to do is, because our casters are over there, We're actually gonna like leave you like this. We're gonna bait our main tank into the center. We're gonna follow up with Poppy on the side. We're gonna move you closer. So Karthus doesn't need the mana anymore. I'm hoping that she hits these two. I want to keep them spread out because I don't want like this TF rapid casting. Like you see how he hit like Annie there? I don't want him rapid casting wiping out all my range because they're all grouped up. So I'm like baiting out him to take out that side of the map because Karthus is my main carry right now. Wasn't enough though. Wasn't enough. Who's our headliner? Mumu? Yeah. That's tough. Whoops, just rolled over Mumu. Use this as well, guys. So I just rolled over that Mumu. If I were to put out all my units I'm playing, like what am I playing here? I got like, let's grab a couple. Like we got you. We're running you. We're running like you. We're running you. Like when you have these units, they'll show up on your board, right? So if you have your team comp pre-made, it's up here, your team planner, you can like take units out of there as much as you want. We need to have this on. This is tough. This is tough. So if someone's on your board that you have in your team planner, they'll show up on here with like little bunny ears. I should have repositioned, that's okay though. We had so many red buffs, it's insane. Ah, good team comp. Thousands are so strong right now. So yeah, like and subscribe. I hope this helped a little bit, Nova. I'll definitely play a game with you and break a few things down. It's really hard to like, get everything across when you're just trying to do a video for content. You don't see everything in my thought process. But anyways, if this is new to you guys, like and subscribe. See you on the next one. And don't forget to drop comments. I'll always respond. All right, peace out, guys.